So Jerry, we're here at our York heat pump outside of this client's home. Can you explain to us a little bit about the functionality of this unit and how it works?
So this is a inverter heat pump unit. What it can do is it can modulate up and down depending on the heat load of the house. Also, it functions as an air conditioner, so you get cooling and really efficient heating from it as well.
So I've heard from a lot of people that these cost a lot more money to run. Can you talk a little bit about cost savings and how much energy do these things really use?
So we set these up on what's called an economic balance point, and what that does is it guarantees that you're going to have the lowest possible operating cost. There's no expensive electric backup heat or anything like that, and the system does it all on its own. It knows what the outdoor temperature is, it knows what that balance point is, and it will automatically switch back and forth to make sure that you get the lowest possible operating cost.
Yeah, so now I know with a lot of the homes that have electric heat, it's extremely expensive to run. Why is this cheaper than other electric heat? Because this is also electric heat.
This is electric heat, but it's on average, about 3 times more efficient than an electric baseboard heater. With this unit, what you're doing is you're just moving heat from one place to another. You're not making heat, so it's just pulling heat from outside, moving it inside. And when it's in AC mode, it's doing the opposite. It's pulling heat from inside and moving it outside.
It's pretty cool. So Jerry, now we're inside, and you can see a really clean mechanical room here. Can you talk about these components and how they work with the heat pump outside that we just looked at?
So what you've got here is you've got your heat pump section at the bottom, and then we've got a hydronic air handling unit here. So this is your gas heat, and it's actually powered by the tankless water heater. So it's the tankless water heater that powers the hydronic section, and then it's the heat pump that powers the lower section here. And they all work together, and it's the control that makes all the decisions as to what to come on when. That way, you really have no compromise for comfort. The system is staged, the heat pump portion is modulating, so it decides what it should bring on. It's a fantastic system.
So let me get this straight. That's an on-demand hot water system. It's doing the hot water for the house.
Yeah.
And it's also serving as my backup heat.
Exactly.
That's a pretty cool system. So what do you got to say about, I hear all these things about heat pumps can't work when it gets really cold. How does this system work when we get, say, -2 in Vancouver and it's freezing outside? How does my heat pump still work, or what are we doing?
So some of them work, but all heat pumps will lose efficiency the colder it gets outside. And because we have it set up on what's called an economic balance point, the system knows how cold it is outside, and it will actually disable the heat pump portion when it's more efficient to run the gas-fired heat.
So the gas-fired heat, which is our hot water for the house, the taps, the showers, is actually going to circulate hot water through, blow air past it, and heat the house?
Heat the house, yeah.
And it'll disable the heat pump at that point?
It'll disable the heat pump, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's also great because, you know, some people like it cold when they sleep, and then they want to increase the temperature by 3 or 4 degrees when they wake up in the morning. Heat pump will struggle with that, but the way the system is programmed, if you set that increase on your thermostat, it's automatically going to jump to the high-powered hydronic heat and disable the heat pump. So it can do about a 3 or 4 degree increase in temperature in like less than a half an hour.
And once we hit that temperature, the heat pump maintains basically for the rest of the day?
The heat pump maintains for the rest of the day, yeah. 75% of the heating is going to be done by your heat pump, which is the most efficient way to do it. And then the rest will be from the hydronic gas-fired side.
Okay, so this sounds very complex. How does the homeowner, replicate going and touching arrow up, arrow down, and control it? How is the homeowner now? Is there an app for this system? How are we controlling this?
So from the homeowner's perspective, it's extremely simple. It's a standard type of a thermostat where you've got your temperature up and down controls, and there is also an app that communicates with it, so you can control the temperature from your home. You can easily program in your schedule if you want it, colder when you sleep. It makes it very simple, and then more than one person can have the app on your phone. So if you have multiple people in the house that you want to have control of it, very easy to do that as well.
So you can build out the whole week and set and forget type of thing.
Yep.
And if you wanted to make adjustments either off the app or off the thermostat.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.